welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Parris, the author of the Dark World series. Today we're going to be doing a very special kind of video. I know I said I would never do a witch kind of video, but I figured why not? I've been thinking about this for the past week and I just wanted to get it out there and into the universe. So I have my incense burning, I have my candle lit, I have my paper of my intentions already written down, and today we're going to be making a simple witch jar. Our focus today is going to be on money. So I gathered some herbs that would be good for money, and chamomile and comfrey root, and we're going to work with them to get money. Now, let me preface this by saying that none of these things here work unless you yourself have set the intention. In my practice, we invoke the elements into the herbs under the correct moonlight, corresponding the elements and the planet that the herb is aligned with. But I haven't done that because this is a simple video for you guys, but I know a lot of people have asked me about my practice. I'm not going to share about my practice. This is just a simple working or spell. A spell is simply just something that you want. We say spells all the time. I want that car, I want that thing, I want that cat. Where there's a will, there's a way. Spells are never I wish, they are never I will. They are always staunch statements said in the present. They're affirmations. A spell is nothing more than your intent on the spiritual plane so strong that it breaks through the physical. That's the easiest way for me to explain that to you. So my intention already written in the spell jar, and I'm going to just I'm going to pour some comfrey root into the jar. Okay, that should be enough. And again, this would have been infused with the correct planetary alignment. It would have been infused with my intention already. Some chamomile. As we all know, chamomile helps with sleeping, but today we're using it to acquire some money. So if your intention is to get a job or some other manner, you would write that down on the paper with your intention, and you would forward then write it down with your intention, and then you would make sure that what you want comes to pass through your paper. But writing something down on a piece of paper and putting it in a jar does not make a spell. Anybody can do it, but the focus is when you're writing down that spell on a paper, you are putting your intentions and your desire for this thing into the working. So writing down is just a way to focus your intention. It in itself means nothing because we write things every day, but it helps people focus. Some people don't need to write spells down, some people do. As you see here, let me show you guys real quick. I have 3 of my Book of Shadows, black books, whatever you want to call them. They each have different things inside of them. Again, I will not be showing you. This is the first one goes back to when I was 13. The second one a little bit later, and this is the newest one I recently purchased. But yeah. So this is just my space, just made up real quick. So yeah, so I have my jar. It has everything inside of it already. The herbs and everything. I can't for the life of me remember what this rock is. I cannot remember, but I'm assuming since it's green, it fits my purpose. So I'm just gonna drop it in there. And we're going to, before we would do this, we would pass it over, you can pass it through incense smoke, you can pass the jar over fire. While you're chanting, you're focusing on your intent. Again, all rituals, all magic is simply intent. And in my practice, which I won't ever show you guys, I can just say that all of these things, the books, the herbs, those are all just props. The real magic comes from inside you, and the purpose of my practice is to not need all these trappings to get your work done, where you can just think it and it will happen. That's what I do, but we're not showing you what I do right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna pass the jar over the fire, let's say 5 times. No, let's say we're gonna pass it over the jar, what's a good number? 6 times. So now that it's passed over the jar 6 times, we are going to say our affirmation, whatever it is. I am getting the perfect job for me. It's coming in a perfect manner. It's coming in a fast, free, safe, and easy manner. You want to always narrow down what you want with the greatest of intentions. And now we're just going to cover it. I don't mean this to do ASMR with you guys right now, but this looks like ASMR. But so yeah, so now the jar is complete. You can shake it when you want. You can leave it where you want it, and you can leave it where you want it, and you can put it in a sacred place. You can put it under moonlight to recharge it. But since this is a money spell, I would put it under the sunlight to recharge it, because we want to bring prosperity. We want to bring abundance into our life through a new job, or through you just want it just as a general money spell, whatever it is. So you would put the correct herbs in here, you would put the correct crystals in here, and you would most importantly put your intention. And then when you want to refresh that intention, you would shake the jar, or mainly pick up the jar and think of your intention, meditate with the jar on your intention, picture money coming to you, picture a green light around yourself that's bringing the intention to you, and you would have your spell complete. So now that the jar is finished, we can close out our working or our spell by thanking the elements that we may have invoked prior to doing this for their time. And we can blow out the candles and let the incense burn out, because it's already lit. Let that burn out, and we can write down how we feel in one of our books. We can meditate on our goal, and once it's very important, once you finish your goal, you set it aside. It's done. You do not think about it. You monitor how many days it's been as the days pass to see if your spell has come into fruition. Put away your herbs so you make sure that they don't stay out and the cat gets into them. Just all these things are things that anybody can do. If you want to be a witch, it's very easy to practice. There is no religion tied to it. It's all the power that comes from within you. And it's also all science also, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So this was a super short video of a simple jar spell for money. Substitute money for anything else that you may want. Jar spells typically, I would say for me, can last up to at least 7 days. If what you have worked for hasn't come to you within 7 days, I would personally give the jar a shake. I would put it under the sunlight to let it recharge. I would focus on the jar and picture a green light around it to recharge the spell. Or if you just feel like it's not working simply at all, I would honestly just give up. I would dump all of the contents. I would burn the offering, and I would start over again. Or when you say burn the offering, you can simply just burn the offering, and that should help your spell happen faster. Now, I know in other practices, burning the paper means that you don't want the spell to happen, or the spell's not going to happen the way you desire, and that's perfectly fine. There's so many different ways to practice. It's so important to find a way that works for you. That's the most important part about magic, is that you find what's best for you. So I hope this helps in any way. Any any burgeoning witch out there who wants to know how to work a spell, you can make anything a spell. But I must say, or give you a warning, that there are closed cultures and closed practices where you are not allowed to take their workings for yourself. This is something that is general. It's really open. You can make it as elaborate or as simple as you want. If you're down for time, all you have to do is sit, meditate, focus on yourself, and focus on the money coming to you with intent. Again, magic is just intent. If you can't do something like this, just sitting and thinking about it coming to you with focus and intent is the easiest way to get what you want. Because that's what you're doing when you make the jar in the first place. So let me know if you like this. Let me know if you want more content like this. I'm thinking of going in a different direction with my channel. I'm thinking of doing more of these types of videos and more gossip culture videos and just more educational kind of videos. Sims is not really fun for me. It's kind of really stressful with the way the community is right now and with the way Sims is the game, EA and everything that's happened. I have no interest really in playing it, so I'm kind of leaning more toward these types of videos. So let me know what you think, and I will see you guys for the next one, whatever it may be. Bye.